Hi friends, now we are going to talk about another topic is update tuples in Python. So tuples are unchangeable. Unchangeable is nothing but immutable. That meaning that you can't change, add or remove items once the tuple created. So at this moment, how can you change the values? How can you add? How can you remove like that? There are based on the definition, we can classify it as three subtitles: change tuple items, add items, remove items. Here, the first one is how can you convert the change items? This is actual change tuple items. Once a tuple is created, you can't change its values. Tuples are unchangeable or immutable. Tuples are unchangeable or immutable. But then we can convert a tuple into list, change the list. That's why here, as we discussed in previous class, here lists are changeable. That is nothing but mutable. So that's why first of all you have to convert from tuple to list. The example is here x is equal to quotation academy and project. This is a tuple. Then we can't change the values. That's why you can take that y is equal to, you can represent as list of, list constructor, you can use that x. Then only you can in list is mutable. We can change the data. So that's why you can take that y of 1. You will get that you can change that you can change the another string is your representative is college. Okay. Then you can write that print of y. So the first concept is there are three items, all are stored in x variable. Then x is moving this. Here x value is tuple, but list of x values you will get y value is list. So to change, add, remove, all are flexible in only list. Your list is mutable. That's why college name you have to store in, this is actual position 0, this one is position 1 and position 2. Now we are inserting in position 1. After execution of these lines, you will get output function is the first as it is function is quotation tuple, next comma, okay. Next one is college, next as it is function is project. Like that we will get the output. Okay. Next one is similarly, this procedure is very similar to list, but before that we have to convert from tuple to list. For example, simply if you take that another example is example 2, this one is example 1. Simply we are taking the same string that that x value. Now we are considering this y is equal to list of x. Then you can take y dot append. Append means at the end of the string we have to. Then we are at the end of this we are adding that school. Actually what is the x value is x is equal to quotation next academy, next one is project. So then you can this is actual tuple, this one is list. Then we are using that at the end of the instruction we are adding this. So finally we will get that result is, after execution of this we will get the result is as it is function is quotation next academy, next project. At the end of this we are adding this, that value is school. That is the meaning of append. append is nothing but simply we are using that inserting the data. Okay. Sometimes you may use another example is example 3. You know, in this function x plus is equal to, simply we are taking that any responses, for example, you know, y, that it can be represented is here x is equal to x plus y, you know, based on that mathematical expression. Simply based on this methodology also you can use the adding the number. Simply what is the meaning of that response is, you know, example is a is equal to, as it is, we are taking that Kotesh Academy, we are taking that project. Next we are taking that another variable is b is equal to, if you are taking that only one in terms of tuple, simply you can take that college in single quotation. At the end of this we are using comma, otherwise it is considered as string. Okay. Then we are adding these two numbers. So simply we are taking that a plus is equal to b. So simply a, then how can you represent a is equal to a plus b. After execution of these lines, you will be get that output response is here, you know, same Kotesh Academy project. At the end of this we are using college. Okay. So this is the output for another expression of adding item, add item. Okay, next one is remove items in update items. So remove item, that is here you can't remove items in tuple. Okay, you cannot remove items in a tuple, but you can remove after converting from tuple to list. First of all, if you can't remove the any item in tuple, that's why you have to convert from tuple to list. For example, a is equal to Kotesh Academy, then you can take project. Next we are taking that college. We have 3, 4 minutes. Now we have to change that. The tuples are unchangeable, so we can't remove items from it. So, but we can use the same after conversion of this. Then you can take that b is equal to list of a. That is a converting from tuple to list. Then you can write that b dot remove. Which word you have to remove? Then you can mention that which word. Then you can write that college. Like that we can take. After that, we are representing of this. Then you can convert it into this from one domain to another domain. Then that's why you can take this value is c is equal to tuple of b. Then you can write print of c. After execution of these all lines, you will be get, after removing this, you will be get that output is Kotesh. Actually, after using list, that it can be represented as square form. But once again, if you are using tuple, means convert from list to tuple. Finally, you will get this type of curve. Okay. Next one is academy. Next one is project. This is the final result for this expression. And one more example is directly with the help of that function we can directly eliminate the entire tuple. That is actual example 2. We are taking that same example here a. Okay. Then we are writing that del of which function we are removing, a. Then we can write print of a. You will get that result is what is the result is this will raises an error because the tuple no longer exists. So, simply you are taking that A is equal to same function is Kotesh Academy and project and one is college. After using this del A means that is removed. So, that is after removing this the tuple no longer exists, like that result will not execute. Okay. This is I mean you will be get some error type is this will raises an error because that no longer exist. Okay. Thank you.